So in this video, I'm going to give some tips on learning vocabulary. And often I see people try to learn vocabulary, learn more words by memorizing stuff, take a book and try to memorize a list of words, Sometimes they make up, come up with a list of a bunch of words that supposedly are important words they need to memorize. And in my experience, that's not something very efficient. That's not a very efficient way to learn more words. In my experience, if you want to improve your vocabulary, you want to learn more words, read something, take like a newspaper article, for instance, and read that. Or you can go to the internet, read an article on the internet, read books, take a book, read, because when you do that, it's not a bunch of random words. You have a structured text. You have a paragraph, there's a subject, so you start learning words within a context. And that, in my experience, that makes much easier to learn vocabulary. It's much easier to remember stuff because then you can associate words within a context. And read whatever you're interested in. I'm a musician, so when I was learning, I used to read a lot of stuff about music, articles and books. I also like science, I like technology, so I'll often look for articles on the internet about that stuff. And that helped me learn more words to improve my vocabulary. And another way to learn more vocabulary, I already talked about in another video, is listening. Listen to stuff, watch a movie, listen to news, listen to a podcast, lecture, whatever have access to. Because and the more you listen, you get used to it, you also learn new vocabulary because you start hearing new words. And just like reading a text, when you're listening to something, you can hear those words within a context. And that makes it easier to understand things, and that makes it easier to remember those words because you learn those words within a context. So in my experience, that's a lot more efficient than trying to learn a bunch of random words. So that's my tip for learning more vocabulary. Read stuff, read articles, books, and listen to as many things as you can.